News 13 continues to investigate the financial holdup almost a year after Helene.
Several local municipalities say the federal government is to blame. We have team coverage starting with News 13's Justin Berger.
Justin, you spoke with an expert in the field of disaster recovery. What did you learn?
Yeah, Holly, Gavin Smith is a professor.
It is really disheartening to see what's happened to FEMA.
According to a September report from the U.S. Government Accountability Office, the nonpartisan congressional watchdog, active FEMA employees decreased from 25,800 on January 1st to 23,350 as of June 1st, a 9.5% reduction.
The work environment is not positive, and they're actually being blamed instead of lauded for the work that they do. It shouldn't surprise us that in many cases the best are going to leave.
State Representative Brian Turner, a Buncombe County Democrat, says, quote, "You can't eliminate tens of thousands of positions in government and thousands alone in FEMA and expect everything to continue functioning properly." Less staff is just part of the equation. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is reviewing any grant or expenditure over $100,000, a decision that baffles Smith.
If we want to speed up the recovery process, a big part of it is the financial management of massive amounts of resource that are flowing into communities. And so adding an additional layer and multiple layers of review for that kind of money to me is a basic mistake. It also points to the lack of trust in mid-level managers.
Smith worked in Governor Jim Hunt's administration as the Assistant Director of North Carolina Emergency Management after Hurricanes Fran and Floyd. He says regional FEMA personnel were making financial approvals, helping speed up the distribution of funds. An August WNC report says North Carolina has received $1.6 billion, $1.1 straight from FEMA. Another $3.1 billion in federal funding is pending but requires additional approval steps. The state has provided $2.9 billion. Helene's impact totals $59.6 billion. With an unimaginable amount of money still needed to help Western North Carolina recover, many of the region's municipalities wonder when reimbursement will come, their citizens wondering if they've been forgotten.
No one wants to hear that it's somebody else's fault. A disaster survivor doesn't care. That's not something that's of interest to them. They want to know, how are you going to work together to fix it, to solve it, to come up with innovative ideas?
On the Senate floor today, North Carolina Senator Ted Budd voted no on cloture, which would essentially end debate and move for a vote for the nomination of Robert Law to be Undersecretary for Strategy, Policy, and Plans at the Department of Homeland Security. A Budd spokesperson says, quote, "Senator Budd is deeply concerned by the slow approval and distribution of funding from the Department of Homeland Security and FEMA for Hurricane Helene recovery." Robert Law currently serves as a senior counselor at the Department of Homeland Security. Back to you.